All right. Let's whoa, whoa, whoa. Too crazy. I can't. Okay. There we go. So Jake's been working on a semi-modular boat for a bit of variation. Modeling is done, work in progress on the materials. Let's do this. Boop. There we go. This is looking like Blender and Cycles. I'm just guessing because of the little noise that's going on in there. This is pretty cool. Let's look at let's do, there we go. So like for this curve, you can see the polys, or like how low poly it is. That one's not too bad. Like here, like these corners, I would maybe round them out a little bit, and then I would add a few more edges here to get this nice and round. And then I think really it's going to be about depth pushing. So like you have these creases in here, right? Wow, that was a really hard color to see. You have these creases in here. Emphasize those. Like take these side pieces, pillow them forward, add some like a little bit of fill, if you know what I mean. Like can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. I'm not too confident in my Photoshop skills. Especially with the mouse, you know what I'm saying? This is not going to work out at all. Anyways, like getting these to pillow up a bit more would be nice, I think. Like getting those shapes to pop out a little bit more is really going to bring out the shape more than like if it was just this, because right now it feels very flat. You know what I mean? Wherever you get those seams, I guess you can expect a little bit of lift in the surface. Yeah, he does. He's within shouting distance of me. We get coffee every morning. It's great. He's in most of my morning meetings, or most of my meetings in general, actually. It's a good guy. Make that leather blush. This feels a little low, poly count wise. I'd actually suggest this edge here, rounding that out, giving a motor a visual direction. Is he there? No, he's not here right now. Come on, man. Come on, Red. Jeez. So like right now you have just a square shape, right? You do have a little bit of it going back here. But if you look at any reference for engines, they tend to be rounder in the front, and then they kind of taper back. And I think it's has something to do. Whoa, did I just do that with a mouse? That's crazy. They do that. I think it has to do with the way that aerodynamics are, or like the way that the wind is passing by the motor. Like you can see it back here, and this is like for like water flow, right? And then I guess these supports would probably be, I feel like those wouldn't be wood. And I guess if they're going to stay wood, they need to be like, they need to be explained as to how they're connected. Maybe like, you know how sometimes you see, oh man. Gotta kill this pixel grid. Pop. So sometimes you see with wood materials that are put together like this boat, you have like a little a circle here. Let's just do that. And then the wood is a little bit lighter. Let's do it like this. So what that is like they've drilled a piece of the wood cap out. They've screwed on the inside, and then they put that back on there, and then they put like a nice like coating on top, and then varnish, and then just smooth it all out, so that you're hiding all of the bolts and screws and stuff that are keeping everything together. I think that would look like a dowel sanding off, right? Yes. So like you could do that up here as well. Like maybe like emphasizing this piece more, just because they're so small. Like I know those tend to be quite large, especially if this is seating what, like 4 people maybe max. That's like that's like side to side. These probably are 3 times larger, maybe 2 times larger. I got to, thanks to my parents, enjoy a family boat when I was little, so that was pretty cool. But now I know how big these are because of that. So let's go ahead and keep going back here. Def Troy, hey everyone, I'd like to have this project critique before I go back and redoing it. Oh, you're gonna be going back and redoing it. Okay, bringing this over. No, thank you, man. Royce, what's up, dude? How you doing? I like these progression gifts. They're pretty cool. You know what's really interesting about this one is it looks like you knew. Wow, that poly count. You knew the camera angle you were going for. You know what I mean? You knew the direction that you wanted, the framing and all that stuff. The what is it? The little carpet thing here. That's freaking nice. I like it. Feels good. So compositionally, it's pretty strong. Poly count was super high. I think brightness wise, I think these are okay. I like how you can see the color like bleeding onto the top of that. That's pretty nice. I think in general, like maybe this tree could go up further before the branches come out, and then maybe not being so dense. Like poly count, of course, right? But like following the rules of like how branches break away. Like see early on, those branches looked pretty good in the earlier part of that GIF. Let me just like that one. I think I got it. Yeah. So this one, of course you need ones over here, but like you don't need that one. Keeping the branches kind of separated out is pretty good, I think. When they break off, usually they come out and they come up to like, think about it, they're all going towards the sun. Like they just want sunlight. And the width of this tends to be almost exactly half, if nothing has interfered with the branch, exactly half the diameter of the branch that came from. So when you get another one breaking off here, they're almost always coming out almost 90 degrees from the branch and then quickly correcting to follow the sun to the sky, right? So just remember, this is like, so we got this, then this one would be 50%, this one would be 50% of this one, and then this one would be 50% of this one. It's a good rule of thumb for figuring out what's going down with branches. And they try not to overlap each other. So like if you look from above, you can like offset the branches so they're like, if this was the top view, you got a branch coming out this way. Further up the tree, you'll have another one coming out that way, and it'll just keep doing this, right? As you go further up, like the next layer of branches above are going to happen between these, or they're going to try to, because that way, these ones, it's not these choosing to go between, it's these ones avoiding being blocked by the ones above them. So they're like trying to make room so they're all getting visibility. Think about it like solar panels. Don't block each other because they need all the light they can get. Once a branch is coming out high enough, it could overlap on top of that because they're so far away from each other at that point that the branches are no longer risking blocking each other. You know? Anywho, that seems pretty cool. I think compositionally it looks good. The way that this is broken up and the damage could use love on your next iteration of it. And maybe thinking about the spacing of the pews, taking this whole back wall and pushing it a little bit further back so there's a larger arch between these two pillars. And I think you're good to go. The emphasis on the treasure chest is pretty good too. And remember to figure out where all the dirt went because they dig it all up, right? So the dirt's going to go somewhere. It's pretty cool though. I'm excited to see your iteration. Here's another angle. Okay, we got Bagner working on his scene. Oh, yeah, dude, this is much better. Do I play games? And if yes, how often? I do play games, but it's rather rare, actually. Because I replaced my playing games time with running this community and doing the streaming and stuff. When I do play games, it's probably a maximum of like 7 hours a week, maybe 5 hours a week. And the amount of time on average that I actually sit at the computer or on my Switch or in front of the TV playing games is probably no longer than an hour, maybe less than that, maybe even 30 minutes, even less than that. Yeah, maybe 30 minutes is the average of when I sit down to play. Because then I start playing and then I'm like, I get inspired by art that I see and I'm like, oh man, I got to go do that. Or, this reminds me of someone that I saw in the Discord. I need to go on and see their progress. But I track a lot of your guys' stuff on the Discord. I don't think you guys realize how much I'm staring at the Discord. Sometimes you guys have conversations about me and I'm just, or like talk about the Discord and how awesome it is, or like your concerns about the Discord or something, and I don't say a thing, but I read it. It's important, man. It's important to know. It's true. I'm always watching. Lurking like Jaws. Dinja. So this is looking pretty good, man. The approach you're taking with this is much better. The addition of another leaf element in there is pretty nice. This looks like it is another picture. Let me see here. Oh yeah, it's a slightly different angle. So with these little leaf, like ivy type pieces, make it super clear where they're coming from. Like it should be quite dense right around here, and then kind of like fan out and filter away from that. And then you get the small outlier ones. Like I'm guessing these ones aren't coming from this one. They're coming from one that's like right off screen. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, okay. Look at that. Okay, let me. So this looks better. And the breakup that you have happening there, right now it looks like it might be a little even. Like I can see where like, okay, this one is that one, and it's like 1, 2, 1, 2. So there's a pattern. Breaking that pattern is going to be important. Did you raise the water as well? It's pretty cool, man. It's looking good. Right now, I think the value between the ivy and the wood is very similar. You didn't raise the water yet. Interesting. Oh, did you lower all this stuff like we had suggested? Or did you just not touch it at all? Lower the bridge. Okay, cool. In effect, raising the water. Nice. Yeah, this is looking better. Yeah, getting away from patterns is important. So always keep an eye out for patterns. This area looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's happening, man. It's happening. You gonna add that stupidly fat rope on these? some crazy fat rope action going on. I'm looking forward to that. If you need a breather from this stuff, you could probably take this a little bit further now, just to kind of get an idea for the shapes and stuff, because that will influence like where the detail and stuff is going on around it. You know what I mean? I could almost expect more like trees around this, because like compositionally, you got to make sure that that goes down, right? Because like this is kind of the curve of the composition. And because of that curve, that allows you to put a lot of foliage and plants here, because this basically needs to be more solid. Dren, dude, you got all these serious questions. So serious. I have no kids. I am here with my Sambo. My Sambo and my doggo. What's your social security number? Blood type? I actually don't remember what my blood type is. I should probably look into that, huh? It's probably time for a routine checkup. Let's I don't have too much to say on this stuff, man. It's going in a really nice direction now. I think if you could get maybe, I would see what the color of the moss versus the leaves versus the color of the wood is, and like how those communicate with each other, because maybe by separating out the wood color from the moss would allow you to see the moss more when it's actually on the wood. And if the wood was a little bit lighter, I think it would blend into the scene more as it goes further into the back. But yeah. Okay, Alex Bedos, just killing it. This guy's been super busy. His portfolio is just brimming with stuff. It's kind of crazy. Just keeps going. So, oh, I missed one too. We're going back to that one after this. So this looks pretty good. I think if I had to say anything, watch out for those jaggies, those little jaggedy edges. You're probably already blurring your height map a little bit, so you're probably getting away from, you're probably already reaching a detail density that's just difficult for the height map to support. Yeah. There's some good stuff in here, though. Yeah, it looks like you are blurring at least a little bit. The thing I really like about this is the differences in material definition. So like roughness variation between different materials is there. I think if I had to say anything is if you could find a way to make this yellowish paint have an edge that lets me know that it's paint. Or if you had like a scratch detail, similar to a detail normal, but like a scratching stuff that's going on the metal itself, and then have a few scratches that pass over into the painted area, and then are kind of like blurred a little bit because the paint has filled in those cracks, but the crack is still kind of there. That huge detail boost on like such a micro. Because, like paint would fill in, like you ever see like an outlet in a wall, and when it gets painted over and over, the shapes are still there, but they become more soft and blobby, or like more rounded. All the shapes are being amplified or exaggerated because of the material or the paint that's going on top is just kind of like layering and layering and layering. Grupp, how you doing, man? I don't know if I saw you say hi, but hello. Hope you're doing well. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. All right, back to, is it Mika? Early blockout pass, trying to figure out scale, lighting, and whatnot. Totally not reusing old assets for placeholders. I understand. All right, so this is the concept. Dude, that's a sick concept, man. That looks fun. Okay, so block out. Let's do this. Copy that. And boop. That's right. I'm doing it. That's really interesting how close that is. Dude, that is super weird. Okay, so what's up, man? No, I'm okay. We were in the middle of moving, and then work got super busy, and I was just like, all right, we'll just focus. I'll just focus. Have to keep my sanity. And I was setting up the new room and stuff. But I am back, yes. I appreciate that you're concerned about me. I laugh because it's like, you don't know who I am. I'm okay, man. I'm okay. I appreciate it, though. Thank you. So the thing I was going to say that weirds me out is these are really small. Like, they are so small that I thought that this was on the other side of the street. So you've got that there. That's good. I like the trees you're using, actually. Man, it is really about all that debris in there, isn't it? I can't do that, Drent. Not right now, anyways. So one thing I'd say in your blockout, make sure that this is low enough. Because this top here, make sure that that's low enough because it actually feels quite wide. And with yours, it's not as wide. And you'll see, like, this whole building is pretty wide. You could call my boss. That'd be interesting. I think he's probably asleep. Or he's dealing with his new baby. It's almost 10 o'clock over here in the evening. So I like where you've blocked the lights out. I think that the bottom floor is just offset a little bit. And like the curve here, like the road is in the concept is much more steep and happens a little sooner. Yeah, it would actually take tomorrow then, of course. I would take this building and move it in a little bit closer to here. And then widen this building out just a little bit to make this entrance a little wider. You can also do that by lowering this a little bit as well. But if you notice one thing, the perspective in this concept is super strange. So like the top area here almost matches what you're doing. But then somehow perspective wise, it just stays straight. Like you're doing this, somehow they're doing this. I don't know. You see it? Like, look at that. It's like straight. Like, look how straight those are. It's very odd. Arnov, what's up, man? I hope that's how you say your name. So in order to do the portfolio stuff, you just have to go to this website. the dynastyempire.com. Portfolio reviews, there is a queue. There's a bit of a line. Give me a second here. I'll show you how to navigate to it, because people always ask, and they don't understand, or they don't know where to find it. I mean, that's totally understandable. So if you go to this site, you go up here to Learning Hub. It takes you to this Scrapbox thing, which is a huge set of tutorials and whatnot over a broad range of stuff, and then it's got all the other stuff. Oh wow! Oh, I was like, is that not linked? What? Up on the top is kind of the more important links, like where you can support me, where you can find the Twitch channel, where you can find my YouTube channel, my Artstation. This gets you to the Discord if you didn't join it on the other page, which is right here. But right here, portfolio reviews, click that guy. It says you fill out this form. It'll put you in a queue for portfolios, and then you can click this guy to see where you're at in the queue. So if we click that, I'll give you just a quick rundown. So all these people have had their reviews, and now they're on YouTube so that they can go back and look at them. These ones were streamed last week. I'm in the middle of processing those to put them on YouTube. This one's a duplicate of this one, so it's marked duplicate. I did these 4 today. Next up is these 4. Wait, these 4. And you can see it just keeps going. It's kind of endless. I do have siblings. I have a younger brother and a younger sister. My dad streams and my brother streams. It's crazy. Okay, 3D art cluster. What's he working on? What's this? Let's pull it up over here. Oh, right. Yes, I looked at this earlier. Yeah, really. My dad streams World of Warcraft. It's pretty crazy. He just started like 2 weeks ago. My brother streams whatever he's playing. By day a teacher, by night a gamer. So material-wise, this is all very strong. Looks cool. The lighting response on your materials, especially this wall here, feels really nice. You thought I was joking? English teacher. Imagine, I don't know how he hasn't complained about my my writing skills because they're atrocious. Bunny, thank you for the follow, by the way. So material-wise, this all looks pretty good. This is being done in cycles for Blender. So LED stair lighting. So images created with LEDs. I don't know what this is here. So the idea was to show examples of lamps usage. So I'm assuming you made all of this and then you used Polygon to get your materials and you just applied all the materials and then you did lighting placement. This type of lighting placement is very reminiscent of what do you call it? Konoba. What are those two things? What am I choosing between? The way these are placed is very reminiscent of if we were on like a ship or a boat. It's like the stair lighting that you would see on a boat. You know what I mean? If I could, I would put the lights under here. Like you don't see it, but you just see like the gradient of light along the side here. Oh, I hardly play, man. I used to play. Yeah, man. I want lights under there. Anywho, let's see. All right, we'll look at Martins and Reds, and then that might be it. Huh. All right, so this looks pretty cool. Saturation is a little heavy. I haven't posted on Artstation for about 2 years. It's true. I am Drend. I am. You've just entered madness. Did you check out your ice breakdown? What? No, I don't think I did. But I don't see it in here. It wasn't posted in crits. Okay, so saturation wise, this looks pretty. It's pretty saturated. I would use that to your advantage. You could go kind of crazy with like using saturation and the lack of saturation to kind of show aging and stuff like that. Roughness wise, it's pretty uniform. Like this next one actually looks really interesting to me just because there's a lot of roughness information telling stories and stuff like that. Like if the side of this was maybe not like when you pull a drawer out, usually the sides I probably won't have time, sadly. Kanoba. I'm sorry. The sides are not lacquered, or they're like a different surface material. The older ones, maybe they would be, but maybe they wouldn't be stained. If that makes sense. What are those? What is that stuff going on up there? These are old enough that I would expect to see a bit of wear and tear as you get a little further down, like just some little nicks or scratches. You do not have to be on stream live to get your review done. When I get to it, eventually it goes on YouTube, and you would just search your real name, and you would find it. Those stripes are gone? Oh, okay. All right. I really feel like it needs another material, I guess. Maybe if these handles were like a metal that's aged, and like this little lock was larger. Like I don't know what it locks into either. Does it close on top of this or behind it? Like, got to show the locking mechanism and all that stuff. I take it the door is... Where's the door? I guess it's in this space. It's off the hinges. Oh, I like where this is going. You'd probably have to check the Google sheet to know for sure. I mean, you can assume that if I don't miss a week, you can assume that I will get to 4 people a week. So if you're like, what is it? The 9th person, that'd be 3 weeks from now, for example. Trim sheets. I actually need to do another video on trim sheets and floating normal details on edges and stuff like that. Thanks for reminding me, actually. Where is... this thing here? Airtables. Let me make sure I'm... So this is where I'm managing all of my... trim sheets. There you go. This would probably be like Substance, Designer, Moto, and Unity. And then this one maybe would be like ZBrush, Moto, Unity, maybe Unreal. This is called Airtable. Yeah, Airtable. It's good, man. I like it. Cause see, I can go into this now and then hit enter and figure out episodes, descriptions, links. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Compositionally, this is quite strong. I don't have too much else to say about it right now. I think maybe a rug down here to just get some color variation and then figure out what you're going to do with these walls. Get the framing around these windows to be different as well from the wall. Kind of like Trello. Yeah, a lot like Trello. Okay, red. Let's look at your space. Dude, this is an epic color. Epic. So overall, layout looks pretty good. These being angled is very strange to me. Like, I understand that you're trying to do a stylized look and feel. If they're going to be angled like that, I'd want to see it as like a pattern. So like maybe they go up where the windows are and then back down. So that's like curves. You know what I mean? And then I'd be curious to see what your lighting looks like right now. Because right now it feels very flat lit, like it's daytime. I love this too, by the way. This is going to be... I expect a lot of little mini toys and stuff here. It's still really early, Martin. Yeah, I get that. I get that. It's looking cool though. I can see where it's going already, which is it's a good thing for it being that early. The way these curtains are wrapped is really intense or exaggerated. I would maybe double check some references to just see how wide these are and where they pinch and grab and pull. Yeah. I don't have too much else to say on it right now. This is looking pretty cool though. Looking pretty cool. I see you're going modular. I'm seeing some of the issues or errors with things like light maps and stuff, I'm assuming is what that is. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. There's some other angles, though. I'll look at this one, and then we're good. Oh, yeah, so these props here. So it's interesting that the shoes would be on this side, and the mirror would be on this side. Like, is this a mother's room? Because you've got the little toys here, right? So is there a kid? I was getting the impression that it was a kid's room of like some really wealthy family. But now I'm seeing the shoes and the mirror is so high. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right. I think it'd be super cute if you had the mirror here and, you know, like the mom's trying to include the kid in her life as much as possible. So you've got a little mirror down here. Just like, oh man, too cute. Too cute. Have little kid slippers next to it. Or like a little stool with like a mirror here. Yeah, dude. Tell the story. I want the story. And these usually get pretty close to the edge of the bed. There's a bird too. Birds flying around. There's more to it than we know, I'm sure. All right. I'm sorry, Red. I have to leave. I will see you guys later. Thanks for the follows, guys. Thanks for the new subs. I need more water. I can feel my throat is just like, what are you doing? Bye-bye. Oh, I see red. I understand. Yeah, that's hard to illustrate. Olamed, thank you. Thanks for the follow. If you're new around here, give a follow. I will be here on Monday again. Or no, not this Monday because it's Christmas. But you can join the Discord. If you want to progress your skills by being around a bunch of other people progressing their skills, including a ton of actual people in the industry, you should join. It's a great place. All right, guys. I will see you guys later. I need to switch to the thanks for coming. What is happening? Whoa. You guys have a good Christmas, all right? Be safe. Don't do anything dumb. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. All right, camera button. Boop. No? Boop. Camera button's not working. So sad. All right, guys. I'll see you later.